Jó reggelt kívánok, Coach Vaj, and welcome to another episode of Crazy Man Talking to Himself in the Kitchen. Maybe that's what I should call this show, right? Crazy Man Talking to Himself in the Kitchen. Alexa, volume 2. Well, I'm not all that crazy. I'm talking to a machine. But anyway, start of another day, start of another week, and things aren't all that bad. I stopped at Costco. That was my first stop yesterday. After dropping off Yanae and her daughter, first stop that I did was to go and replenish my biscotti supply. So now I've got, it's the start of another week, and it's the start of a whole new box of biscotti. Would you like one? But anyway, I gotta have my biscotti in the morning, and it's funny how meticulous I am about picking a biscotti. You'd think you just reach in and just grab one, but no, you gotta reach in and get the biggest one, and the one with the most almonds. And then I unlike Yanae will have two, and I look at the calories, and one of these biscottis is 160 calories. 160 calories. And Yanae, she'll have two of them. That's 320 calories. And then the sugar, it's 8 grams of sugar, so 16 grams of sugar that Yanae would have, but I only have one. So I cheat a little bit, because I'll take a second one and I kind of break a little piece off of it like that. So maybe I have 1.5, something like that. Anyway, a bit crazy. And something that I don't do that Yanae does is she'll dip her biscotti. And I guess, as Oz was saying, that you gotta dip your biscotti, but not bad dipped. But anyway, I gotta tell you that what a difference it is to come home to an empty home, as opposed to coming home to a home with, I was going to say a home with somebody there, somebody in it. And that's not really the case. What a difference it is to come home to an empty home as opposed to a home with Yanae in it. Because I was thinking about that. Yesterday I came. Yesterday I dropped Yanae and her daughter off. They took a rental car home, which was better part of a 3-hour drive. Whereas I had gone and picked them up and brought them down. They took a rental car and went home. So after dropping them off and coming back to the house was it's a house. With Yanae here and her daughter here, it's a home. But without them, it's just a house. It's a place to wake up and talk to myself in. So, anyway, I gotta tell you that when it comes to Yanae, some of you out there like Skip have been following me for quite some time, and I've had. And last night, as I was going about my night, I found myself thinking about Yanae, and I found myself thinking, how special of a lady she is, and I'm just, I can't even begin to describe how grateful I am for, over the years, the opportunities I've had to share my life with a special lady, and as I look back over my life, even though I've had various women in my life, probably I'm trying to articulate my thoughts here. Probably have to go back all the way to the better part of 20 years ago, since I had a woman in my life that has stirred my heart the way that Yanae does, and it's interesting. I guess you I guess you could say I'm in love. I'm in love, and it's a wonderful feeling to have, and it's not that I haven't loved others that have come into my life, because surely I have, but I think there's a difference between loving someone and being in love with somebody, and Yanae really captured my heart. So we will. We'll see what. There's a little bit of hesitation because Yanae, as we wake up today, Yanae is in Orlando, and I am down here. So for now, we have a quote-unquote long-distance relationship, but 3 hours isn't all that far. And as the saying goes, distance makes the heart grow fonder. So anyway, but for those of you that watched some of the videos this past week, the cooking show, making arepas, and going into Costco, and what else did we do? The Halloween thing. Poor Yanae, I just kind of throw her into these videos, and she's always a good sport about it. She's always a good sport about it. But not only is she a good sport, she'll have fun with the camera. She knows she's being recorded, and she'll have fun with it. But for those of you out there that would be so kind, Yanae watches these videos. She'll get up and and she'll watch my video, and sometimes I tell her, don't watch my video. And she'll say, oh, you talk about me? Of course I watch your video, or something like that. But anyway, Yanae is really self-conscious that when she's in a video that she sounds stupid, or that people are laughing at her because she doesn't speak English, or something like that. And I tell her, I say, Yanae, I said, you're a star. People adore you. People love you. I said, it's don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. People love you. and she'll say, but my English, or something like that. But anyway, for those of you out there that enjoyed getting to know Yanae through the videos, do me a favor and drop a little message to her in the comment section of this video, and let her know that she's loved. Okay. So anyway, with that being said, I need to get on with my day. I'm probably going to spend half of the day trying to figure out where things are in my kitchen. Yanae was quick to help with, and her daughter for that matter, quick to help with cleaning the kitchen. And they have this tendency to put things where they think everything should go, but as opposed to where I've had them. So it's kind of like a hide and seek type deal, with various items in my kitchen. This is not bad dipped, actually. Not bad at all. So anyway, with all that being said, it's time to get on with my day. It's going to be a busy. Every week is a busy week. I've got more work than one can shake the stick at, and I've got to start this week. I'm going to be doing. I bill my customers annually for the website, And I lease a website. For those of you that aren't familiar with my business model, I built a website. It's a widget, if you will, and my clients lease it from me, much as you would lease a car or something like that, almost like a subscription. And whereas in the past, I would send them out an invoice about December 1st, due and payable January 1st for the year in advance. Well, that was all well and good when I was charging $20 a month, $30 a month, something like that. But slowly I've gotten my website up to $150 a month. And if you charge somebody, right, a lot of my clients are small business owners. So if you send them out an invoice at the beginning of the year for, say, $300, $400, it's usually not a problem. But when you start to get to 150 times 12, which is $1,800, you send a small business owner an invoice due and payable in 30 days of $1,800. No matter how well they prepare for it during the year, it's always going to be like invoice shock. So I want to switch over from billing them annually to billing them quarterly, and that's what I'm going to do. And my little things. All right, so can I do a morning thought part 2? But my battery, not battery space, my camera, it's set up where, once I run out of storage space on it, it'll stop recording. But just to finish my thought, is when I bill customers, I'm setting up to do it quarterly now, as opposed to annually. So they would be getting 4 payments of $450 spread out over the course of the year. And to them, that's advantageous because a lot of my clients, I tell them they can cancel their website anytime they want. But if they pay for the year in advance, there's I haven't crossed that path yet, but because I don't have people cancel that often. But theoretically, if they paid for a year in advance, there'd be no refund. And in such a situation where they pay quarterly, if they were to cancel at any point in time, the most they would lose would be up to 3 months or 2 months, whatever it is. So that is the that's the business. That's the business model, so to speak. But the other drawback with that is, whereas when I bill annually, at the beginning of each year, I get a lump sum of checks. All these checks come in during the month of January, and I'll have the better part of $80,000 to $100,000 just in invoices coming in during the month of January. And it's always nice to get that lump sum right up at the front of the year, and they're coming in by check, and as opposed to taking payments by credit card. Because when you take payments by credit card, then you got to pay the processing fee, which is about anywhere from 3.5% to 6%. So when you start to get up there in total processing, you can be spending, I think last year I spent $15,000 to process payments by credit card, which is just a lot of people would say it's the cost of doing business. But anyway, it's not a cost that I want to keep incurring. So I'm going to try to switch over to what's called ACH payment processing, which is just transferring money from their bank to my bank automatically, something along those lines. But anyway, that's probably all a bit of too much information for a lot of you, as far as how my business works. But anyway, so let's do today's high hope. And speaking of high hope, right? I feel like a superhero when I'm wearing this shirt. you know, like Batman with the S on it. I feel like, you know, the H is for Hall. But actually, you know, a bit of trivia. You know, my last real name is actually Hell. But probably a lot of you don't know that. But my grandfather, who came over from Hungary, his last name was Hell, István Hell. So I think he stepped off island. I think he stepped off the boat on Ellis Island, and they said, "Go give him hell, István." Something along those lines. But anyway, so today's high hope. Come home to yourself. All the knowledge you acquire is available to others. All the knowledge that you acquire is available to others. What sets you apart is how you use it. Nobody has your unique combination of heart and mind. At the end of each day, be content to be you. From that foundation, you can build a better you and a happier you. Come home to yourself. And the quote is, no one remains quite what he was when he recognizes himself. Thomas Mann. No one remains quite what he was when he recognizes himself. So anyway, with that being said, on with the day, and everybody out there, have a great day. And as my dad would say, you know, I love you all. And as I would say, you know, to Yanae, my sweet Yanae, watching this video, I love you. So she gets a little bit difficult, you know, when I tell Yanae that I love her, she's a little bit reluctant, you know. But I love you in Spanish, I guess it has huge meaning. In Spanish, it's te amo, I think, something like te amo. And te amo, I think, means something like, I can't live without you, and the world would stop if you're gone. Something like that. I think that's what te amo means. But and Yanae has yet to say te amo to me. But sometimes when I tell her I love her, she'll say, you know, she wouldn't say anything at first. She wouldn't say anything at all. You know, she was just kind of like this awkward, you know. It's like the Seinfeld episode where George tells this woman he loves her, and he doesn't know she's deaf, and she doesn't say anything to him. But the first couple times I would say I love you to Yanae, there was just like this awkward silence, and then started to come the me too, bye. Something along those lines. But anyway, all right. So have a great day, everybody. All right, and take care.